You are forgetting one of the biggest things when it comes to creating content and creating something that is going to stick with your brand. This is probably by far the biggest thing that I had to learn over time, and I'm still learning it to this day. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's one word. It's messaging. Your message. Like, what are you getting across to people so they can resonate with you, relate to you, understand you, and so they can take action on doing something themselves. So we are going to talk about that right quick. And I am not going to put like a lot of, this is not going to be some pretty video with captions and transitions and all of that. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you, and I'm going to break down how I learned messaging and how I still use it to this day. So my first thing is I learned it through Russell Brunson, his book. And I also learned it through Russell Brunson when he was speaking. Like, really, I learned it when he first spoke at Myron Golden's event. I don't know if you know who Myron Golden is. Myron Golden had two events that were pretty much like to the public, and you can go pretty much get tickets and come see. Like, he was pretty much, I think it's Offer Mastery Live, yeah. But the first one I was able to go to, I was actually an usher there, and I saw Russell Brunson. I'm gonna be honest, that was for the first time, I believe. No, I had saw ClickFunnels before, but I just didn't know who ran it. But I saw his books, but I didn't see him. But so I finally saw who owned all of that, and that's Russell Brunson. With that being said, he was on stage and he talked about hooks. His first thing he had pretty much, well, the thing that resonated with me the most and kind of like stuck out to me was like capturing people's attention in the first 3 seconds, 3 to 5 seconds, because people don't have attention spans these days. They just like to, you need to be able to catch them off guard. And so with that being said, he said, you have to be able to create good hooks. And I mean so good to the point where people stay and they listen to your whole message. And the first part of your message is a hook. Because nowadays, like I said, people don't want to stick around. So your hook can only be something that literally is not pertaining to, I'm gonna be honest, like you. And what I mean by that is, it's like a lot of people say this when they get on the camera. Like, my name is Jeremiah, and what I'm gonna be talking about you today, what I'm gonna be talking about with you today is blase, blase, blase. Those days are over, done, dead and gone. Now you have to get creative. And so you have to call out a person, you have to point to a person, or you have to tell them that at the end of the day, this is something that this is good for them. But the only way it can be good for them if they stick around. And the only way to get them to stick around is a strong hook. Like in this video, you suck at making hooks. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you do. And that's the reason why you're watching this video. It's because at the end of the day, when you make a good hook, you will literally get attention to you and it will stay and watch. And so with that being said, that was like a pretty decent hook, but the emotion could have been a little bit better. Like, you suck at making hooks. And at the end of the day, you keep thinking like people want to listen to your story, but they hear thousands of stories that are way better and intriguing, but you keep doing this. Hi, my name is Blase Blase. See, that conveyed more emotion. And so with it conveying more emotion and me calling out you, more likely you might stay. Somebody's going to stay and watch that because they felt something. You got to make people feel through this camera. And the only way to do that, and that'll get them to stop, is literally calling them out, calling your target audience out. Or if you're niched, I'm going to be honest, I don't believe in niching down. I believe in you being the niche, because we all have different experiences. There's not like one thing. Yeah, I'm tied to videos a lot, but I got a lot of things more than just videos on what I do. Videos are just like the main thing, but there's a lot of other things that I do when it comes to videos. So I'm the niche, I would say, but let's get back on topic. The hook. That is the most pivotal part of your messaging, because your hook is going to lead them into what? The next thing, which is your story. Your story is simply what is going to happen during the video that is going to create trust. Your story creates trust with your audience, that you know what you're talking about, and you know how to convey a message that will get them to stay and watch the whole video. My bad with all the hand motions and whatnot. That's just me. But yeah, your story is pivotal. That is the next part of messaging. You must not forget that a story is something that people will resonate and pass down to somebody else, or tell somebody else about, or even keep thinking about in their head, so they'll do what? Not forget about it, and then they'll resonate with it to do what? Eventually buy from you or do something else with you, or like DM you for more knowledge on, your story. And your story needs to be captivating. Your story needs to, sometimes a lot of people, a lot of influencers, they, I'm gonna be honest with you, they kind of exaggerate their stories to a point where it might seem like lying. And you don't want to get that far into a story, because people can, I'm gonna be honest with these, what I feel like with cameras, I've been doing videos for a decade. And one thing I can say is that when it comes to understanding cameras nowadays, that people can smell the fakeness. They can, you're funking the fake, or what people say, old schools, or like, I can smell that, you're not real about what you're talking about, and you're lying. And people can see that on camera, feel it, and smell it right through the camera. So be as real and authentic as possible. And how you can exaggerate a story and being in a truthful way, to me, is being more detailed about your story. Understanding your story to the T. Like, I'm going to be detailed about how I learned about hooks with Russell Brunson. Bro, I was an usher, and I was all the way to the back of the stage. And Russell Brunson literally says, and he said this, I don't know, it's just like, he says, I've literally thrown so many hooks at you guys because I'm testing them out and seeing what I can do when I take them back home. Like, he said he threw, I forgot the number that he threw out, but he was like, on stage, he said he threw out between 30 to 40 hooks in the time frame that he had on stage. And we as an audience didn't even know that. Audience got quiet. And we was like, dang, that was good. That was really good. And that was a hook in itself, because it hooked us like, dang, I didn't even know that. So he was hooking us this whole time. And with him hooking us, it was doing what? Captivating us. And every time we might be laughing, we might be intrigued, we might be quiet. But the biggest hook was him telling us about hooks and how many hooks he did on us. And that was so captivating that it led us into his story. And so his story was captivating also because it told us about how to break down messaging. Now that you understand and you see how detailed that was, I'm going to be honest with you, you need to do the same thing when you're conveying your message to your audience. So don't forget that your story is the most pivotal point, because after the hook, if there's no conveying message or nothing that is, not bad. I'm cutting none of this out either. But yeah, there's no conveying message or nothing with your story that is captivating them or detailed enough where people can they can have the vision of this happening, or just to be honest, like, it's not trustworthy, people are not going to stick around. Because right after the story, I'm going to be honest, this is going to lead into the most conclusion based part of content that a lot of people forget, and I used to forget it all the time, is an offer. And usually that offer can consist of so many things. It can consist of, like, if you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be breaking down this a lot. That was an offer. Or an offer can be, if down in the description, if you want to book a consultation call with me, helping you build your personal brand and taking it to the next level with quality content, quality messaging, and quality visuals, and how to achieve that to the next level, all you got to do is book a free consultation below. That is an offer. Also, an offer can simply just be like this video and share it with somebody else. And that's what we have to really lead people. Like, we got to be the leaders of our content, because a lot of times we might forget to do that, and people might just see a good video. Yeah, they might like, but they might not do the extra mile. But if you tell them to, they will. People out there, if they see a good body of content and you tell them to do that, they will help out for the free ski, the free 99. The free 99 go a long way. So with that being said, you can't forget these three things, like I just broken down in this 10-minute plus video: hook, story, and offer. But if you want, you cannot forget about it. Yeah, I just broke that down for you. If you want to know how to captivate people in a level that is so captivating where they stick the whole entire thing, and what I mean by that is how to figure out certain hooks for your industry, and then also figure out, I'm gonna be honest, how to tell your story in a way that can not just captivate them, but also get them to do things like, I'm gonna be honest, subscribe regardless of you throwing out an offer, or just taking them to that next level where they are so intrigued, where they share your content so much. There's a blueprint. And I just gave you literally like dissecting the message. This is the message. But there's a blueprint where you can pretty much have a hook story offer, and you can pretty much have the visuals changing up with the hook story and offer that will literally captivate your viewers' eyes and get them to do what? They're going to be like, guys, this guy is crazy. He knows how to really take his content to the next level. All you got to do is click this video. I'm going to talk about this blueprint. This blueprint is something that I use a lot in my content, and it's very much on my Instagram a lot, and I'm going to start implementing it on, well, I did a lot. Like, it's in my vlogs if you check out my vlogs. But I'm going to start implementing a lot and just bringing it to fruition as I get more content based. So with that being said, all you got to do is just click this video or that video. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put these videos, but more than likely right here. Click this video, and I'm going to break down the blueprint of how to get visuals with good visuals with hook story offer, and why it's so imperative.